Hi guys, I just wanted to do a video sharing 5 really useful tips for MyFitnessPal. So number one is it's not so much a tip, it just makes things a lot easier if you remove exercise calories. So just ignore my very high calories because yours will be lower than that in pretty much everyone's cases. But if you look at exercise, it says 0. I have done exercise today, but I've turned exercise tracking off. So how I've done that is I've gone to the more button. It's a bit different on an Android to an iPhone, but on the iPhone you'll see you go to steps. So click that and you'll see that my steps are turned off. So don't track steps, and then you won't be given extra calories. We don't want calories to be given to us because of the fact that we have done exercise. That's already calculated. I've already calculated that for each and every one of you. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is scan foods instead of search for them. It saves you a lot of time. You do need to check that it scans correctly and matches up with what's on the back of the pack, but rather than searching for hundreds of different types of chicken breast or rice or any type of food, just scan using the scan barcode you'll see just below the search bar, and then that will scan it and put it in, which is a lot easier. Next tip is, I don't know if you all know this, but you can quick add things. So if you see I have the same breakfast most days, so if I swipe across where it says add yesterday's breakfast, if I swipe to the right, it will just add it all in. So actually that isn't the normal breakfast that I have, that was a slightly different one, but you'll see what I had the previous day is added. So you'll see that's added in, and it's just a case of quick adding it. So you don't just have to do that for meals, you can do that for anything. So if you see here, like if you want to add a banana, you just swipe that in, really easy. Fourth tip is try and be proactive rather than reactive. So what I mean by that is try and plan ahead what you're going to eat. If you know what you're going to have for lunch, or you know what you're going to have for dinner, put it in ahead, and then you can see where you're at and you can see how many calories you're on, see if you're going to hit your protein target, rather than always putting things in as you have them and sort of being taken off guard a little bit. If you have something off plan, try and plan ahead if you know what you're going to eat. Obviously if you're eating exactly to a plan, then it's not quite as important, but it is good just to be proactive and not always be reactive. Now the final tip I just wanted to give you is it's also very good to look at your weekly averages. So as well as looking at the days, if you see here I'm on nutrients at the top in the middle and it says day view, but what you can do is you can actually click on that and go to week view. So you'll see that I can see what my averages are for the week, because ultimately we do want to get the weekly averages correct. Daily average is ideal as well, but overall you want to be hitting things like your protein intake for the week. Things like fiber are important, others aren't as important. It's good to look at and be aware of, but you want to be averaging the calories correctly. Second most important, the protein, and then thirdly you want to be hitting your fiber. So you'll see there that I'm a bit off on my protein, but my fiber is it is good, so I need to up the protein a little bit there. And also I can go over to calories. If I go to the top where it says calories, I can look at week view and it will give me my daily average for calories. So that's a really useful thing to be able to do. And yeah, any questions let me know, but I hope that helps.